Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2018 mid-month general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. Always thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for taking the time to write in all your feedback, support, and comments. Always welcome. Thank you to all of my clients out there, regular and new clients. You guys keep me so busy with those personal one-on-one readings, and it is an honor and a pleasure to read for you, to read for all of you, really. Thank you so much. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you haven't read with me before, you can find more information in my contact details by going to my YouTube channel's homepage, clicking on the About button. You'll also find that same info and contact details attached to the description of all of my videos. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, including 6 and 12-month overviews as well. Career, work, and finance, love and relationship, reconciliation, compatibility, channeled messages, etc. You can email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. Turnaround time for personal readings is usually pretty fast. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. I can almost always get back to you within the same day of your initial contact or the first 24 hours. And scheduling can be anywhere from a few days, if I get reschedules or cancellations, which I sometimes do, upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within a 2-week period of time or so, we can set up a reading for you live or recorded. So if you're interested, contact me. I'd be most happy to work with you. For those of you who are not looking for the traditional in-depth complex readings, maybe you just want to, a fast answer to a quick question or two, you have a decision you need to make quickly, something like that, you can connect with me more quickly through the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That's also with my contact details. That's for those of you who are, you just have a quick question or two. They have a variety of options there. They have a one question, one answer option, or you can open it up for a little short reading via text. They have a phone audio option or a video chat option too. It's for quick little reads, quick short reads. It's not the in-depth traditional reading. So if you're interested in that, check that out as well. All right, let's move right into this. This reading is for the Earth sign of Taurus for March 2018 mid-month, the remainder of March. I am recording these during the second week of March. If you know your rising and your moon sign, I'll watch those as well for additional insight and clarification, or you may find that at some times they resonate a little more predictably for you than your primary sun sign. Okay, Taurus. We have the Page of Cups, followed by the Eight of Wands. We have the Six of Swords, followed by the Six of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the Ten of Cups. There's been some real similarities between readings. It's like healing from old issues or healing from family issues, loving communication, the opportunity for healing or laying something to rest, which maybe has been quite old. Could be a family issue of some kind or some old mindset or belief system. Definitely the opportunity for a lot of happiness and joy in sharing that. I had very similar messages for Cancer, which was a couple of readings back, and for Leo too, which was like 5 or 6 readings back. So strong energy and theme of that for a lot of the signs for mid-month March. And yours is no different. Your overall guidance and advice for the remainder of March 2018, Taurus, is the Ten of Cups. Love this card. It's traditionally nicknamed the Happily Ever After card, the Happy Home card. Tens represent cycles ending, culmination or achievement of something, like the pieces all finally coming together. Everything fits. You're finally there. The Ten of Cups has a strong connection to that energy with around home and family. It can sometimes represent marriage, weddings, home, like getting your first home together, moving in together, children, childbirth, just that sense of emotional contentment, fulfillment, like everything's in its proper place. Everything's finally come together, because tens represent that ending or that culmination, that achievement, something coming to an end, so it's sort of completed. Beautiful, happy, lovely energy, because cups is heart energy. It's emotions, feelings, relationships in the tarot. And you have 3 cup cards, 1 sword, and 1 wand. So a lot of focus on emotions, but they're quite happy. We have the Page of Cups with the Eight of Wands around the middle of March, third week or so. Time is always kind of fluid. And this is a general reading too, and general readings can be kind of tricky because you're potentially reading for a lot of different people. So some of you, this may resonate in one area of your life, others a different area of your life in various degrees. The details and specifics are always going to vary in a general reading because you're all so different. Everybody's life is different. But the fundamental energy and advice always remains the same. Page of Cups, Eight of Wands. Message, news. Pages often represent messages, messengers. They can represent young people or children as well. Because pages were young people. They were runners sent to deliver messages. So there's always a fresh, young energy to them, kind of being at the start, at the introductory phase of something, which young people generally are. For some of you, it may represent an actual baby or young person or child. It could be some of you are finding out you're pregnant or giving birth this month, or that adoption's coming through, or there's some happy news around your child or young person. Others of you, it's messages that are emotional in nature, lovely, that young, fresh energy, almost kind of a being in love kind of energy, or just happy, emotional, positive, excited energy. Could be a combination of all of that for you, and there's lots of communication about it going back and forth because that Page of Cups is accompanied by the Eight of Wands, which is the communication card. Sometimes it's a card of communication being on its way. You can see that these wands, which represent news, messages, information, communication, conversations, they've left their point of origin. They haven't quite reached their destination. So for some of you, you may be waiting for positive, hopeful news. Some of you, it may be joyful anticipation. There's a sense of healing. Whatever this news or messages or information, whatever's happening, whatever you're waiting for or is already happening and you're celebrating it already, it's lovely, it's happy, it's joyful. It represents new start, renewals or fresh new starts is what I'm getting on an emotional level. And it's healing too. There's something's being laid to rest, or there's a healing of something. It's interesting because I just got a message that somebody is actually having a baby, finding out you're pregnant, or having a baby, childbirth or adoption maybe. And this is an area of your life perhaps that's been quite challenging or difficult or frustrating. It's happening. So there's a healing of this. There's a healing of something that could be quite old for a lot of you, which has been a common theme in a lot of the readings I've done for mid-month so far. Because at or towards the end of March 2018, although the timing is fluid in general readings, we have the Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. Sometimes can represent travel, the number 6. Some of you may be traveling as well, traveling for this wonderful news or traveling because of this news. Maybe traveling to home, family, childbirth. Maybe there's a reunion or a celebration of some kind. The Six of Swords is a card of peace, healing, and restoration. The waters behind this boat that she is leaving behind her, or he, choppy, wavy, turbulent, frothy waters, representing whatever you're moving away from that's been maybe painful or traumatic or just challenging, or it's been kind of lasting for a while. Moving into smoother, more peaceful, placid surroundings. It's transitional, meaning you've left the challenging stuff behind. You're not quite to the other shore yet and on solid ground, but you're definitely moving through that. So it represents a healing period. And sometimes healing periods do have some pain involved or some quiet, somber moments, especially in the beginning of healing, physical healing or emotional healing, grief, loss, maybe bitterness, resentment, grudges, things being healed, especially if it's around history or family or childhood for you Taurians right now. But just don't anchor it. But that's part of the natural process of healing, and you're not supposed to anchor yourself to them. Otherwise, you stop the healing process. It's kind of like, you're in this boat, you're moving through this healing process. Some days might be challenging, but generally it's about step by step getting better. You're moving away from whatever has caused you pain or brokenness or needed healing from. What stops our healing process is when these natural feelings come up, like pain or anger or resentments or grudges or whatever it is we're trying to move away from. They sail by us in the water. We're supposed to acknowledge them and let them move on, because that's the healing process. We don't ignore them because they're reality, they're there, but we don't, sometimes what we do is we focus on them, which is the same as throwing an anchor over there and attaching ourselves to them, which binds them to us and stops our motion. So the whole point is to, if things come up during a healing process, maybe little pangs or old feelings or belief systems or thought patterns, acknowledge them, but don't anchor yourself to them. Let them go. Let them keep on going. Peace, healing, restoration. What clarifies this is the Six of Cups, another 6. Generally considered a card of the past, nostalgia, reminiscence, happier, carefree times, or it can represent childhood, family, roots of origin. It's generally considered, it's energy of history, of the past. Now, so there's a healing process that's connected somehow to the past, but there's this, the messages, the news, the communication. There's this joyfulness to it. There's this excited joyfulness, family, home, friends, even. Whatever this is centered around, whether it's a reconciliation between you and family members or parents or old friends, or just some childhood grievances or old grievances, or maybe something to do around your current family, maybe fertility issues or marriage difficulties. There is that connection to home and family. Whatever news, information, messages are being exchanged, whatever events are happening that are causing joy, there is this healing of what went before, or healing of something old, or something perhaps that was connected to the past, or to a process that's been going on for a while. There's definitely healing for that, an opportunity for it. We can always choose different paths. As I say, we live in a free will zone. Definitely looks like there's some wonderful, joyful happiness happening that's really encouraging and providing an opportunity for healing of something which has been present for some time. And there is a strong connection to home and family and roots as well. It's beautiful, lovely energy, and of course it's going to play out differently. Could be reconciliation. Could be around the house or home itself. Maybe you're making a final payment, or moving into your first home, having your first child, celebrating something. It doesn't feel like a solitary energy though, even though the healing process, if it's healing from something internal, like old issues or belief systems or ways of thinking or looking at something, that's a pretty personal, private kind of path. But it does look like the joy and the news and the celebration and the peace and healing that it brings is something that's shared. There's a sense of other people being around you that shares in that. It's a benefit not just to yourself, but those around you that you call family or that you love and care about. Taurus. So Taurus, that pretty much wraps up your March 2018 mid-month general readings. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you found it useful and clarifying somehow. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About button, or look at the description bar of all the videos I post. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo for those quick, fast answers to those quick questions or decisions. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the April 2018 general readings. Until then, Taurus, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.